My name is Enrique Hernandez, and I'm interviewing Mr. Magee. Hello, Mr. Magee. Thank you for letting me interview you. How's your day going so far?
It's going good. Classes have been nice. Getting ready for break. It's a nice day.
Nice. I have some questions to ask you. First question, tell me a little bit about yourself and your identity.
So my name's Mr. Magee. I am 42 years old, and I kind of identify myself as a laid-back person that enjoys the beach lifestyle, even though I don't live on the beach. But I do find like education and hard work to be very important to my identity. I do live here in Southeast San Diego, and so my identity is definitely influenced by the diverse community of my neighborhood. I do spend time here in the U.S. and in Mexico, so I am influenced by the language, food, and culture. I speak a little bit Spanish, so my identity's Southeast San Diego, I guess.
Nice. How long have you lived in San Diego?
I have lived in San Diego for 39 and a half years.
And what generation do you belong to?
I belong to the millennial generation.
What's your generation known for?
My generation is known for being the first generation to have internet and personal computers. I guess we're referred to as digital natives, meaning we grew up with that. And I actually remember in 4th grade when they brought the first computers into my school.
That's when you first started using computers?
Yeah, I think it was 4th grade. We had those old Apple IIe computers where the screen was green and black and no color, no nothing.
Another question I have is, describe something positive about your generation.
Something positive. My generation is really adaptable, especially with new technologies, right? We've had just a bunch of rapid change throughout our lives with technology, and I think that's helped millennials to be resourceful and open to new ideas.
Describe something negative about your generation.
Something negative. I have noticed a lot of people in my generation have a sense of entitlement, right? They oftentimes want instant gratification. And I've noticed a lot of millennials, they don't have as much patience as people from other generations, and they don't have as much of those values of hard work, right? So kind of noticed that made a lot of millennials have some debt, right? Because they want it now, they want to spend the money with the credit card, get that car now, get that new iPhone, whatever number now.
Yeah. What has your generation accomplished?
So I would say, like I mentioned earlier, the internet, social media, those big tech companies, a lot of that online shopping, like all your Amazon and e-commerce and stuff made it a lot more popular. Also, social justice movements. And that whole climate activism has gotten really big with my generation, as well as mental health awareness.
Yeah. How will your generation make the world and our community a better place?
So I think my generation is definitely a lot more open to diversity and acceptance than some other generations. And I've probably even noticed just on TV and advertising, right? They're showing a lot more diversity and different people, and I think just making the world more accessible to people with differences.
What words of wisdom or advice would you give future generations?
Put the phone down. Take a look at the world around you, right? The phone is a tool. It shouldn't be your life. So pay attention, fill your brain with skills and knowledge, right?
Yeah.
What if your phone's dead and you get a flat tire?
Nothing to do.
Right? I want, the wisdom would be is have that knowledge in your head, right? That way you can save yourself from having a flat tire, right? And change that tire, get out of there without relying on AAA or, all that other stuff.
Exactly. What is the defining moment of your generation?
The internet. The internet becoming widespread.
Definitely.
All of a sudden, it's crazy, right? You have access to communication and information across the world.
Yeah, access to everything. What 3 words would you use to describe your generation?
I'd say adaptable, resourceful, and I guess this is 2 words, but socially conscious.
Okay. What is so great, about your generation? What's, the greatest thing about your generation?
I think it's that we're able to use technology to make our life a lot easier, right? Like, for example, people back in the day, to see how the surf is or how the fishing is, they had to go down there. Now
Yeah.
I can get on my phone and look at a live cam of the beach, right? I got a calculator, I got a flashlight, I got all that stuff sitting in my pocket. So I think that's pretty great to bring all that convenience around, right? With the
Yeah.
rapid innovation.
Just have everything on you at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever questioned if the world you lived in would be around for the next generation?
Oh yeah, certainly. I mean, I don't know if you guys probably even noticed this too, the cost of living
Yeah.
keeps getting crazier and crazier, and I'm wondering who's going to be able to afford to live in San Diego if this pace keeps going up, because I know I barely afford it. And even that, I've noticed too, a lot of changes just I wouldn't say like the climate change, but just the marine environment here in San Diego. I remember back in the day I used to be able to go catch scallops. Now there aren't any more scallops, right? And
Yeah.
I used to be able to go down to Imperial Beach and get clams. And now I can't because they're polluted, right?
Yeah. Describe some major inventions or discoveries that have impacted you or your community.
I would say wireless technology.
Yeah.
I know, San Diego has Qualcomm is home based here, and just look at all the cell phones, all the ring cams,
Yeah.
the cameras on the freeways, right? There's
Everywhere.
wireless technology everywhere.
Yeah. Describe what you think is the most important problem to solve for the next generation.
I would say environmental sustainability, right? We're relying on so many resources that aren't going to be around forever. So we got to find ways to conserve them and find alternatives to whatever it is we're doing now.
Yeah. And for the last question is, how can we make our community a better place for the next generation?
I'd say continue promoting acceptance and diversity, right?
Yeah.
I think people should have access to any opportunities and success, no matter where they live, where they're from, what their financial situation. You should have the opportunities, right?
Yeah.
And not only that, I mean, just my personal thing for it to be better for the next generation is make strong connections in your community, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I actually know all my neighbors, even my neighbors that don't want to talk to me. I still bug them, right? So talk to your neighbors, help everyone else around you, help them out. And imagine if everyone did that, right?
Yeah.
Everyone was a good neighbor, everyone helped everyone else out. Something would grow from that, right?
Strengthen the community and stuff.
Exactly.
It's really good. Thank you for letting me interview you.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Have a good day.